Maybe? Says I'm live. Now I'm not streaming to Twitch. Now I'm actually streaming to YouTube. Okay. I think it's working now. Maybe. I have no idea. You know what? Let's just say it is. Let's just say it is public education. Blah, blah, blah. Well, at least the bot's running. That's good. What was I doing? I think I was doing going live notification. I find this topic suddenly very relevant, yeah. Thorn, that sucks, dude. I'm sorry that's happened to you, man. That just... I shouldn't... I don't know. Obviously shouldn't be like that. But... what do you do, unfortunately? I need a URL for this stream. Does this work? Sure does. Wait, Control V. Control V. Okay, youtube.com/blah blah blah. Let's see if this works. No. It didn't. Crap. Okay, now I can edit this, and now it should work. There we go. Yeah, even if I don't get it back, it's not going to break the bank. It's just very frustrating, and does set me back in other ways. Yeah, honestly, like... yeah, it's... This one's... yeah. Literally, this is why I say I don't want my mod suggesting people, artists to people in Discord. Just because of that crap. Like, right there. That was... I was waiting for it, like, a good example to just happen. That shit right there. That shit, that's why I say don't recommend artists. No. No. Yeah. I know it's between you guys and DMs, but that's why I said long ago I didn't want that happening in public. Because I remember people were arguing for it to, like, oh, we should be able to, like, suggest things to people in public and so on and so forth. Hey, Frank. Hey, Velperia. There could be a lot of factors. But typically PayPal, I don't know. You'll have to definitely appeal it with PayPal and see what is happening. Hopefully the artist is being honest and that they actually didn't get it, or... well, PayPal will tell you if the artist is being honest or dishonest at that point. Then you know where to go after that. What's going on in VTubing discussion? What are you guys talking about? Oh, the question of the day. Oh yeah, I gotta still deal with that. I've worked with the artist before. They did my live 2D, but you can't go and okay. So this is my problem with that particular statement. Right? This is why I don't like mods suggesting artists to anybody. Especially if you're going to be representing the server. You may have had a good experience with said artist, and this is why, like, I also say, you know, be careful even having artists in your bio and so on and so forth. You may have had a fantastic experience with that artist, does not mean you're going to have, or somebody else is going to have the same experience as you. Especially if you've only done one transaction with said artist or creator or whatever. Sometimes it takes 2, 3, 4, 5 times for you to discover something's wrong. For example, the person that I first hired to do Senpai's lo-fi, I didn't know that there was something completely wrong until the third time around, when after the third time of hiring the guy, and then some people in the community were like, hey, Senpai, I'm getting flagged here and there. Right? No idea. Had no idea. It took months and months and months to figure it out. So if you had a great time, great experience with that person that you commissioned, I'm not just talking about artists, I'm talking about whomever you commission for whatever reason. And that could be not just like in the VTubing world, it could be in real life as well. Right? And I'm talking like contractors that do your home, electricians, plumbers, blah, blah, blah. This extends to literally everything in life. Yeah, it just means like it, because your experience was good. Like I said, somebody else's experience may not be the same. Artist service varies from person to person. Yeah. The credit, their cred is your cred. If an artist flakes, it will look bad on you. Mind you, I am an artist myself. Oh, it looked horrible on me, especially with the Senpai's lo-fi thing, because people were like, you said this was DMCA free. You said this was copyright free. Why am I being DMCA'd? Why is this not happening? Why is that not happening? Why, it messed up my video. I had to take down the video, which caused me to re-edit it because you said that this was supposed to work and it didn't. Gotta be careful. The art world is going down the drain in many ways. So how's your week been? Mine's been pretty good. It's crazy. Even artists who've done work for big agency names aren't immune to falling and scamming. That's interesting. For me, I'm happy to promote both my rigger and modeler, but I have gotten like multiple models done by them. That's good. No, I'm glad it was in private DMs, Vesa. I'm very glad. But that is right there. That's the reason why I don't want that stuff, like, publicly done. So, Vesa, you didn't do anything wrong. I'm not saying you did anything wrong. I'm saying, like, this is why like, a prime example of why I don't want things shared in public on the Discord itself. Got more views than my original songs. That's good. That's really good, Meg. Honestly, shorts are really good. Really, really good. I'm kind of curious. I've been checking my analytics here and there.
Ready? I got this. Ready?
No, I'm not ready. TikTok, I'm tired of you, like, auto-playing stuff. Yeah, so what's going on with DeviantArt? Like, what's happening there with that? I'm not entirely sure. I think it's a tech issue with the site and not the artist. You could be 100% right, Vesa, that it could be a tech issue with the site. But, big but, I'm going to pause the music here for a second. A really big but on this one. Majority of people don't blame the site. They go straight to the artist or the person that they contracted, right? Because that's the person, that's their point of contact, is not the website. It's the person they're buying the product from. And I 100% agree with you. If it is a tech issue, website thing, it's probably not the artist's problem, so on and so forth. But the vast majority, I want to say like 95% of the people won't think that way. They just go straight to the person and then shit on the person. It's just like, I don't know if you guys ever worked in retail, but I worked in like IT. You guys know this, right? I worked in IT for a very long time. People would not go to Lenovo and be like, hey, Lenovo, your computer's screwed up. You need to fix this. No, they go to, hey, Mr. VTuber Senpai, my computer's broken. You need to fix this right the hell now. And they're yelling at me like I built the computer. And it's like, I never built the computer whatsoever. I only, maintain it. I only fix it when it breaks, so on and so forth. I'm not the manufacturer. I'm not the person that, took the money from you. I'm only the repair guy. But that doesn't matter. To the end user, to the customer that's paying the bill, I'm the bad guy. They have official AI art generator now. By default, it opts artists in. Oh, shit. I'm sorry to hear that. I know DeviantArt was like a really big platform. Let me try to find some stuff. And we can continue talking about this topic as we go, chat. We don't even have to bring out like the whiteboard. DeviantArt AI. Well, that's the thing though. Technology comes and goes. It changes all the time. We always have to just find a way to adapt. I'm trying to find like a good article. I don't like Dexterto. They're very one-sided. I want to try to find an article that kind of try to shows all sides, but I don't think we're going to find that article. Okay, so we'll pull up this one instead. I guess we'll just talk about art today. We'll just have a big art discussion. I like using AI art. I think what they are doing is very crappy. Yeah. To automatically opt everyone by default is pretty much scummy. It is scummy. The reason why they opt everybody into it, there's other websites that do that. Like other big websites that cause people to you have to like manually opt out. I don't remember what website. I'm trying to think of one specifically. I can't remember the name of it right now. There's another one specifically that's very large that makes you manually opt out of something in their terms of service. It's something stupid. All right. So DeviantArt is launching its own AI art generator, giving artists the power to choose whether to allow the tool to use their art style as a direct inspiration. While not everyone's convinced that AI art is actually art, the generators used whip them up like they whip them up likely here to stay. Oh my god, chat, my reading's gonna be like complete trash. I apologize right now. DeviantArt is now getting to the space with a generator of its own called DreamUp, promising safe and fair generation for creators. The website says one of the artist's main concern about AI art is that their work may be used to train artificial intelligence models, which means the generator could spit out pieces in their art style without their consent. Okay, I want us to remember that specific wording in their art style. In attempt to give the artist control of their work, DeviantArt has given them the ability to choose whether or not the tool can use their art style for direct inspiration. So I would love everybody's opinion on this one. I'm going to need the whiteboard because I need to try to keep my thoughts in order here. Give me 1 second, chat. Because I'm gonna like absolutely like Pepega this if I don't do this. Whiteboard. Okay. So in their style is what the article says, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, and I could be 100%. I'm not an artist. I have no idea. So I'm relying 100% on all of you for this answer. Isn't all art at this point in the stage of humanity an inspiration of others' art styles? Like, for example, how people draw anime characters. Wouldn't there, like, the people that are drawing the anime characters for fun and so on and so forth, aren't they using the art style of the people that created it years ago? Yes and no. But they may have their own spin. Okay. For the art style argument, if it's mistaken for a single piece of particular art, it's still theft. Okay. I don't have a side either way on this one, so I'm just trying to like approach it. Well, I am approaching it from somebody that like has no clue. That would be say humans are just copying machines, copying each other. It doesn't take. But that's the thing, though. Humans do copy each other. That's how we learn. Is we try to copy, like that's how we learn from babies, right? We try to copy the actions of our parents and so on and so forth. A lot of our personalities is copied from our parents. We just copy both our parents and bringing it to one, and then we copy different aspects of our friendships, childhood experiences, and we mold it into ours, to our own. But everyone that is dead or forgotten can't log in, opt out at all, essentially letting DeviantArt steal their art. Yeah, that is pretty shitty. Further, the website is giving them the power to declare whether or not to allow their artwork to be used in a data sets to use to train third-party AI models. If they choose to not be included in those data sets, their content page's HTML files will contain a no image AI directive. Also, a no AI directive protects their artwork when media files are directly downloaded from DeviantArt servers. DeviantArt encourages other creator platforms to opt in this approach while ensuring their artists remain able to share their work online with their online audiences while retaining control over non-human usage, the website wrote in its announcement. Those directives, of course, won't be added to their page's HTML files if they are cool with their work being used to train AI models, and if they could choose to create okay. So, Senpai, there is still copyright laws when it comes to trademark things and professionally done works. There's tons of litigation around that. It's not something that can be swept under the rug. So, how the law works for a lot of things is very specific. And they kind of go like, you guys always hear the term letter of the law, right? And I think this is why DeviantArt AI generators in general could get past a lot of these problems. Let's see copyrighted works. Because I remember reading in the past where it specifically says no person or persons could copy another person's work, where AI is not technically a person. Grants 5 exclusive rights to the owner of a copyrighted work. So another thing too, the people that are making the art trademarks, sorry, the people that are creating the art on DeviantArt, so on and so forth, are they copywriting it right away? Are they trademarking it right away? Does the website do it for them? So on and so forth. It's a loophole that corpos will use to get the art like this guy without having paying that guy. Yeah, I agree. Distribute, reproduce, adapt, perform, or publish, display protected works. So we got to be very, very, very careful with that because it says protected works. Infringement of the copyright occurs when one or more of these actions occur without copyright owner's consent. However, in the electronic world, the definitions of these exclusive rights are not clear. For example, courts question whether transmission of copyrighted material over the internet constitutes a public distribution of work. They also ask, does public display of work include the availability on the internet? If so, what remedies are available to the author if no one can determine who placed the material on the internet? So the DeviantArt owns the AI generator, but they are not the ones that are putting in the parameters to create the artworks and so on and so forth. It's the person like little Timmy that's age 13 that's typing in a whole bunch of parameters, like initiating it, right? Copyright material over the internet constitutes a public distribution of work. They also asked, does public display of work include its availability on the internet? If so, what remedies can an author can determine who placed the material on the internet? Does uploading or downloading material from the internet, a bulletin board service, or database constitute a reproduction of the work? Oh my God. Okay, Starlight sent me something. Let me look. I think I saw something like this earlier today when I was scrolling through Twitter. And again, chat, I'm not harping for or against. Like, I have no horse in the race on this particular one. I'm just curious. Since its release in August, I've written about the explosive, creative, and complex ethical and legal debates unleashed by the open source release of Stable Diffusion, explored the billions of images it was trained on, and talked to the data laundering that shields corporations like Stability AI from accountability. Real photos of me left versus Stable Diffusion output. Dude, this is on the right-hand side. Holy shoot. That's really cool. I mean, I would like to make future 3D projects in similar style to Arcane style. Would Riot have me assassinated? I'm curious, would Riot be able to do anything? Right? So we know, like, Nintendo, for example, absolutely hates anybody that, makes anything from their works. Right? Does Nintendo have a standing in this? Right? Isn't there a law as well where if you change enough of an art image, I believe it was like 50%, 40%, I can't remember because this was a big debate for the emotes for Twitch for the longest time. But if you change enough of an image, it's considered what's that word I'm looking for? it's considered, what's the word? Transformative, right? And again, we're doing, like, is the concern at the end of the day that the AI is using an art style or completely copying the artist? Because if it's the art style and we're getting mad over the art style, then can we actually copyright a style of work? Like, for example, Picasso, right? We know Picasso's work, we know what it looks like, blah, blah, blah. But if somebody else wants to paint as Picasso, can they get in legal trouble for that? Because it's a style. Impersonate an artist, it's identity theft. It's only identity theft if you say that it's entirely trained on her work. Yeah, but this is a style. Right? But you guys are saying that, and again, just try to help me understand this. If you guys are saying if you put your name on it saying that it's a Picasso when it's not a Picasso, I understand that. I agree with you guys. That's fucked up. That's identity theft. Should not be allowed. Okay. 100% agree. 100% agree. 1,000,000% agree. They should not be doing that. But if this is her work on the left, and this is somebody, or let's say this wasn't even an AI. Let's say, for example, just for this example, this was just somebody else that's a fan of their work. Would that be okay then? And they don't sign it saying that it was said person that did it. They signed it as themselves. So let's say Holly puts her watermark on here saying it's Holly, and then a fan on the right says, my artwork is inspired from the person on the left, but my name is Maggie, and they sign their name Maggie on here. Then would that be okay? No, that's not okay. As trained as Holly, people can confuse the AI art as a new piece she made. That's where it's wrong. The public confusion is the issue. Okay. There should be a disclaimer saying it was generated by AI art. And again, I don't know this, but when people do similar things here, like, again, let's say Maggie or whatever took inspiration from Holly, do we see people in the real world actually labeling it, putting a disclaimer saying, hey, this was made by Maggie? Like, at the end of the day, I'm trying to figure out, are people only getting mad because a computer does it in fraction amount of time? Or is this something that they've always gotten mad about, no matter if it was a person or a computer? With or without AI. Okay. So this could be a thing with or without a person. Okay. But this isn't tracing seed. This isn't tracing. right? We got male Thor, we got female Thor. Tracing, I guarantee you, is 100% legal. We know that. There's laws about that, but this isn't tracing. It's an art style. It's not tracing. Oh, your previous comment. Okay, sorry. Vector art tracing has very careful with the interpretation of. Oh, okay. I apologize, Seed. I apologize. Some jobs are just going to disappear. That's inevitable. Yeah, no, 100%. 100%. Dude, I want to be in Stone or as a Muppet. That'd be pretty dope, actually. Seeing myself as in Muppet form? I'm half Muppet already. Librarians are disappearing. Well, yeah, because most of the content right now, that's the problem. Like, okay, that's the problem with technology, right? When was the last time any of you guys went to a library? Most of that stuff, like ebooks and all that stuff, is just literally a click away now. My major issue with AI art is if AI is trained well enough, you can't discern it from a human artist. So some could say that they found a lost Picasso or Monet, and it's a really good AI art generated. Yeah. I get no. I'm getting what you guys are saying. I'm 100% getting what you guys are saying. But I feel like this has been around. This particular issue has been around before AI art even started. Right? We like, you guys cannot tell me that people have been ripping off others for like, or have not been ripping off others for a super long time. But why is it now AI art is causing a big enough ruckus for people to actually speak up about it? Like, why at this particular stage now people are getting mad? Because it's really fast? Because Corridor Crew made a video using it and it's literally exploded. Really? All art given to AI generator. I wonder if Rev would get mad at me if I reacted to this video. I kind of want to see Rev's. I really want to watch this. I really want to see his point of view. You don't think he would? They seem like a pretty chill dude or person, or I don't know how they identify. I'm just gonna say human. Am I hoping they identify? You know what? Screw it. Let's watch it.
Okay,
Let's Asmongold this. And Rev, if you see me reacting to this, please like in your YouTube analytics, if you see this reaction, please do not strike me down like Emperor Palpatine. Just let me know. I'll take down the VOD, or I'll snip it out of the VOD. Rev says Desi was controversial. At the end of the day, anybody that has a microphone and an opinion can and is controversial one way or another. So, can people be controversial? Yeah, but literally everybody can. Okay, let's see what Rev says.
Guys, Rev here.
Hey, Rev.
Currently, DeviantArt is under serious fire from both artists and users alike,
Okay.
who are upset about this announcement they made a few hours ago.
Okay, let's do it.
It is introducing a new AI tool that is automatically prompting users into the program where essentially all of the currently existing artwork on DeviantArt is being automatically put into this AI tool.
Okay. So this is what, okay, so I don't agree with DeviantArt doing this. It should not be an auto opt-in. It should be 100% something that you have to physically click on. But the reason why DeviantArt is doing it this way, because at the end of the day, it's money. If we look at DeviantArt real quick, how do they have ads? How do they make money? How does DeviantArt stay alive? I don't see ads whatsoever. I see no ads here. They get a cut from commission sales, subscriptions. If I hit join, okay. Upgrade to core. Okay, here we go. So subscriptions. Customize your profile, $3.95 a month. I'm going to assume this is in Canadian prices. No, it did not redirect me to a Canadian website. So this is American prices. So $4, $8, $10, and $15 a month. Oh my God. And we're mad about a blue check mark. Okay. That's crazy. Okay. DeviantArt Protect and NFT Protect. Get alerts regarding potential infringements of your work on DeviantArt or on NFT marketplaces for all submissions, not just those from the past 90 days. Little bit ironic, I would like to point out there. Monetize tools. Full access to exclusive monetization tools to bolster or provide monthly income with premium galleries, premium downloads, and subscriptions. Oh, it's like a Ko-fi. It's like a Ko-fi in that way. Okay. Ko-fi, but like dedicated for art. Reduce commission platform fees. When core members sell commissions, they don't pay any platform fees. Non-core users pay 20%. Oh my God. 20%. Holy Jesus. Okay. That's Twitch. That's Twitch numbers there. My God.
Now, to address a few of the potential positives about their announcement, they are now having an automatic label for AI generated content, and they're making it easier to filter that sort of stuff out of your feed if you so wish.
Okay, wait. Before I go absolutely real quick. I'm sorry. Rev, we'll get right back to you. 20%. I'm gonna break this down for you guys. Okay. Say you got a thing that costs you $100. We're going to make this super easy. Okay. You sell an item on DeviantArt for $100. Okay. We'll go say D takes $20, which equals 20%. Okay. Not only that, if you do things legit, you make a lot of money off this, you're going to get screwed again. The government will take probably let's go a little bit high, more than likely 30%. So sorry, let's say $30 for taxes, which equals 30%. You are making $50.
But the major backlash is coming from the fact that users are automatically prompted into this decision.
Right.
So, without any sort of an agreement, every art piece that currently exists on DeviantArt is going to be put into this system, whether you like it or not. And the issue is you can opt out of this. However, it is way more complicated than it should be. So there's different stages of opting out. The most basic one is just an account-wide thing. However, it's not as simple as they make it because you're only...
Okay, just a heads up to anyone who thinks this is bullshit. That opt-out check box refers to only third-party AI data sets. In order to opt out of data DAs, DeviantArt's own AI generator, you got to fill out a form. What the hell? You actually have to fill out a form. Okay.
Opting out of your name being included in relevant.
Well, but what they're saying, is there is a checkbox, but it doesn't opt them out to outside AI, data sets. To opt out of outside data sets that isn't belonging to DeviantArt, you have to do a form and send it to them.
In terms used in the AI tool, and that only protects you from having your content shared with third parties, but not this actual dream up system itself.
Okay.
The further step you have to go is going to every single piece of art you have ever uploaded to this platform and reporting them individually and then trying to opt out. For some users,
what? So it's not account wide. You have to do it every single.
Who have been around DeviantArt for 10 or 15 years, this might mean they have to go through hundreds.
They changed it? Okay, we'll look at it.
Of deviations to report each one individually to opt out of this new AI tool.
Okay.
And that's not even it.
Okay.
When you report it, they also have to approve the fact that you're reporting and opting out with each piece.
Currently, we'll be approving this ability for free. That's very nice of them. To artists who are most likely to have been sourced by Stable Diffusion. In this previous version, the opt-out process, we will only be considering accounts that follow best practices, including, but not limited to, an up-to-date email must be the same one associated with your DeviantArt profile, any social accounts linked to your DeviantArt's profile's About section. Once we have received your request, our staff will review it manually. That is crazy. That is crazy. That a person physically has to do that? Could you imagine all those poor temps that they're going to have to, like, hire? And they say receive an email within 10 business days. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. That's like, I'm sorry. With the amount of users, the amount of people opting out, that's going to take years.
And there's requirements that are pretty open-ended, which include looking at your outside social media accounts. So it's not even a guarantee that they'll allow you to opt out with each piece. This has a lot of people very upset, and I think understandably so. There's a lot of genuine concerns. Why did they make it an automatic acceptance thing? They should have made this like a new update to their terms of service.
Okay, so the reason why they didn't do it for an automatic, 2 reasons. As someone that worked in the tech industry, it is a lot more work to create scripts or a bot to deal with it. It's less strain on the servers to process that. And let's be fully honest, if we can make it work as simple as possible without us doing a whole hell of a lot of work, that is the route technicians and programmers will take every single time, because they are probably not getting paid as much as they should be, and they just want to go home. They don't care. They literally do not care. That's what it is.
Where maybe the next time you log in, you have to click a yes or no. Do you want to be opted into this program? But instead, they just opted people in without getting their consent first and made a million hoops to go through to opt out. And also, there's concern. DeviantArt's been around a long time.
You know, okay. You know why they also... I'm sorry, Rev, for cutting you off again. I apologize. I'll make it up to you. There's another reason why they made it so hard. The exact same reason, for any of you guys that are adults right now watching, the exact same reason they make it so hard for you to cancel your internet provider or cell phone, right? Because if it takes you so long to do it, you're eventually going to say, screw it. You're going to give up and you're going to just not do it because you're going to get frustrated and you're just going to walk away saying, this is not worth my time. That's why they made it so hard.
There are artists whose content on this site, those artists are deceased. They were automatically opted into this program. They had no say in whether
8
they
minutes
wanted to
ago?
or not.
Okay.
And same goes for retired users who haven't used the site in years. This is very wrong. They could have avoided all of this, like I said, by just making it an active decision instead of passively putting everyone in. And
right.
They are under serious fire right now. It's like they're competing with Twitter to ruin their platform currently. But that's all for now. I'm not the most familiar with DeviantArt.
Neither am I.
Anyone who is, whether it's a user or an artist, you guys should feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. But that's the situation for now, and it's not looking good.
It's not.
But
okay, so now we know where we were. You guys have been linking to where we are now. So let's take a look at where we are now. Because as literally as like 8 minutes ago or something, Murdoch linked something from an hour ago. Ba-bum. It's also why a lot of ISPs and telecoms offer to take over your contract. Yeah. Well, they do it because, like, they do the takeover because they still get a cut. And let's be honest, most telecom companies and ISPs, they own like the majority of them. Like, so like right now, like in Canada, Shaw is like the main ISP, but they own like Freedom Mobile, Kudo, blah, 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 blah. They own a whole bunch of telecom companies underneath them. So say if you cancel with Kudo and you go to like Freedom Mobile, well, that doesn't matter. It's still owned by Shaw. That's like a quick transfer over for them in their database. It's unchecked by one and then like check another. That's it. Yeah, and Shaw's owned by Rogers. There we go, right? So, okay. Let's read what they said. So apparently they backtracked. What did they say? Update. We heard the community feedback, and now all deviations are automatically labeled as not authorized for AI datasets. The only reason why they went back is because of the public outcry. Because there was a giant big wig at the top saying, nobody's going to care. Nobody's going to worry about this. You guys won't have to worry about this. We'll deal with it if it becomes a problem. That's exactly what happens because that's exactly what they say at my work. AI generators are trained to use data sets collected from the open web. This includes content from creator platforms like DeviantArt, Pinterest, Twitter, and more. So Instagram, Facebook, that's not good. This was done without DeviantArt's permission and without your permission. Bullshit. 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 I'm saying it right now. That's 4 swear dollars right there. 100% bullshit. They did it with DeviantArt's permission. I know. Bullshit. They sign contracts, so on and so forth. They're saving face. They're literally saving face. That's all they are doing. That is literally all they are doing. Because literally no one that they sign contracts with to allow to have their art taken is going to stand up and speak up against this, saying, no, 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 no. DeviantArt signed the contracts. They can say whatever they want without anybody pushing back. And giant companies like this, they have contracts. They have like 50 million meetings about this. 100% bullshit. To prevent your work from being used by third-party AI datasets without your consent, we implemented a flag to tell AI datasets to not use your art. So right here, we implemented a flag. I have a feeling that a lot of AI datasets can completely ignore the flag because a lot, and correct me if I'm wrong, please correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't a lot of DeviantArt stuff just show up on Google anyway? So the flag is on the database, their database. But if it's not pulling from their database, but from Google's database, then it's completely circumvents it. So it literally means nothing at the end of the day because your art is being hosted on other websites one way or another. Even if it's just like a link, it's bypassing a database one way or another. All deviations on the platform are not authorized for inclusion in third-party data sets used to train artificial intelligent models unless you choose to opt in. DeviantArt has introduced the NAUI, I spelled that wrong, Naomi directives to unambiguously communicate absence of such authorization when an artist declares that their content may not be used as input to AI models and HTML tag with the, okay. So this is kind of like what they were saying previously, like up here somewhere where we were looking. Important, DeviantArt does not, and will not use any deviations submitted to DeviantArt to add to third-party AI models, training sets, or DreamUp itself. DeviantArt did not consent to third-party technologies' usage of images on our site, which were used to train AI models. Yeah. Okay. Right. In an effort to combat future unauthorized usage, we have enacted now an industry first, which means anytime somebody says industry first for anything, literally means we put it together with duct tape. It somewhat works. A lot of the times it doesn't, but sometimes it does. That's what industry first means. And chances are they weren't the industry first to do it. They're the first ones to claim that they did it. That's all that is. Directive alerting AI models of Deviant's request for their work to not be used. DeviantArt is the only platform giving creators the ability to tell third-party AI datasets and models whether or not their content could be used for training. This is also protection for creators to help them safeguard their own content across the web. I don't believe this line. I do not believe this line that they're the first. I don't believe it. I do not believe it. We encourage other platforms who enable creators to publish their works to implement similar protections. Directive available use for all. So the cool thing about, or not the cool thing, but the one thing I got a question for. Flag to all my deviations, right? So they're saying flag all deviations. How much of a work do they consider a deviation? Like, really? I'm done. The fact you thought this was a good idea in the first place speaks volumes. This person's correct. And just because AI doesn't mean that you promoted or hosted it, it just looks so awful for a site that's supposed to be about real artists. I agree. Deviation is the name for their art. Or for art, okay. Okay, so it's a name for the art. Okay. But I wonder how they're going to handle it. And I'm hoping people test it though. I really hope people test it where somebody uses, and this is kind of like mess up to say, but I really hope somebody uses art from somebody that's on DeviantArt, makes an AI generated art or whatever, uploads it to DeviantArt. Will DeviantArt do anything about it? Will their AI system flag it? Will they remove it? Will they leave it up? Will you have to search for it and appeal it? Is there an appeal process for it? They don't do anything? Well, what I'm asking for is, since they put this in 11 hours ago, published 11 hours ago, since they did this 11 hours ago, are they going to do anything from 11 hours ago onwards to prevent AI generated art that wasn't allowed by their database to be put on? And if not, how long does it take them for them to take it off? That's what I'm curious about. Because right now, you could go to YouTube. If Rev, for example, doesn't like me reacting, and this is 100% an example, I hope Rev likes my reactions. I think I was pretty transformative in that one. But like, Rev can go into the YouTube studio right now, flag it, write down like a small reasoning why, and it's like done almost instantaneously. The fact that they use forms that people have to like fill out and stuff like that tells me it's very just, I don't know, lazy. They're putting a profit during the whole time people were caught in traffic. It's, yeah. DA is already accepting of AI art pieces upload on site. Time will tell if they change that based on the backlash. The best way to hurt a company. Okay. This is how it is. 100%. Okay. And I'm just gonna like lay it on you guys as honestly as possible. If you are a non-paying user that was just using the website to upload your art, they will not care if you come or go. They literally will not care. They will care when people stop paying for this. These are the people right here that use the Core, Core Plus, Pro, and Pro Plus. When these people cancel their subscriptions, when these people leave, when people don't use their platform for monetization, then they'll care if there's a massive dip. Kind of like the exact same reason why Twitch won't do anything for like payouts and so on and so forth, because the major amount of people that are making the money, which is the 1% of Twitch, aren't going anywhere. And because the top 1% of Twitch won't go anywhere, won't do anything to make notable change, 99% of the website has to deal with it and suffer through it. At least Pixiv, I don't know the proper wording for that. I apologize. Has to check every time you post on it saying, is this AI generated, yes or no? Yeah. So until these people leave, and people that are making website or money on the website leave in masses, like a good 20% of them, that's when DeviantArt will open their eyes. Thanks for covering this, little Rev. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Interesting topic. What do you guys think about that? What could be better than proprietary meta tag rolled out without any industry consensus? Yeah, that's very true, Mighty Cocktails. Unless it's an industry standard, it's not going to mean anything. Everybody literally has to follow it. If everybody has their own little derivative of it, nobody's going to care. Nobody's going to use it because there's just too many options, right? Way too many options. I'm amazed that that changed with the span of the stream, but still curious on today's topic. Yeah, no, I'm gonna be real with you guys for a minute. So Thor messaged me 5 minutes before stream saying, yeah, kind of like what we're just talking about kind of relates to your stream topic for today. I forgot I was streaming today. I saw the time and I'm like, uh-oh. I am very late for setting things up and researching. So I am literally firing from the hip for this particular topic, and I apologize. Yeah. Is that why you got on VTube so close to streaming? Yeah, that's exactly why. That's exactly why. It was like, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Should I just be okay if my commissioner wants to cancel the work? It depends. It depends. We'll go over that in a minute. I am going to be literally all over the place with today's topic, though. So, heads up. I'm sorry. It's definitely my bad. Today's a statutory holiday. I was just doing so many other things that and having fun doing so many other things as well. You know what? Honestly, for the people that showed up for Wednesday's stream, the little Pip-Boy ray gun, the zapper, or whatever the hell they call it in Fallout, I literally did the prime coat today, so it's primed up, it's ready to go for next Wednesday's stream. Can you talk about how and when to negotiate source files as part of a commission? Yeah, actually, well, okay, again, what we're about to discuss is 100% my opinion. I would love for artists, I would really love for artists to give me their opinions on this. I am not going to say I'm 100% right on this, right? I'm going to go off by my personal experience, what I found worked, what I found didn't work. And you guys need to have that factored as well for yourselves. Things that worked for you, things that didn't. Okay, so let's swap over. Let's go back here to the board. Okay. So artists canceling your commissions. So funny enough, this actually happened to Thorn today. We don't know the true reasoning on what happened yet. We don't know if it was the website itself not paying the artist, or if it's the artist lying. We have no idea. Right now, let's just say it's 50-50. The blame will be 50% on the artist, 50% on the website, until Thorn gets a 100% answer from one or the other. So artists canceling your commissions. Let's talk about what happens, what you guys should do in the very beginning, before you even commission the artist, okay? Right off the bat, and you guys know, some of you might know because I've talked about this before, but there's a lot of you guys that are brand new to this. So the first thing that you guys should do, and this is not non-negotiable, words elude me right now. This is not up for negotiation. This is something you have to do. Step one, right? Read the artist's terms of service. Service. Okay? Top to bottom. I want you to read every single line, every single little thing that says whatever on there. And I don't want you just to read this particular artist's terms of service. I want you to go around and read 3 or 4 other artists' terms of service. If you go around and you read 3 or 4 other artists' terms of service, you'll know what looks kind of fishy. You'll know what's good. You'll know what's bad. You know what's expected. You know what's standard. You know what's not standard. So you need to read 3 or 4 other terms of services to get a good base, an understanding. Okay? You have to. This is not up for negotiation. You have to do this. Whether you are hiring somebody to do profile images, you got to read 3 or 4 different artists' terms of service for profile images. If you are hiring somebody that's doing 3D animations, you got to read 3 or 4 different artists for 3D animations, so on and so forth, right? Every single type of art sometimes has different terms of services behind that said art. Okay. Second thing you're going to do. Second, before you, let's do it before. Most of it's going to be in the before you commission. Okay. Second thing, what you guys are going to do, again, not really up for negotiation on this one, but what you need to do is shop around. Look at what they offer. Look for commercial rights, etc. Okay? Never go with the first artist that you find. Ever. It's like buying a car. Right? You don't want to go to the first dealership that you see. You want to shop around. You want to see different prices. You want to see if you're getting ripped off. You want to see if that art quality, that art style, if the price is roughly the same, right? Maybe they'll offer it a little bit faster. Maybe one's going to take 2 months where the other one's going to take only a few days because some artists have different workloads, right? You want to look for different things. The other thing that you want to look for, that's kind of negotiable if you want to, is their reviews. Okay? You want to look at reviews. You don't want to just see the 5-star reviews. Look at the 1-star reviews. Look at the 2s. Look at the 3s. If there is 500 5-star reviews, but there's only 2 1-star reviews, then you're generally okay. But if there's 25% 1-star reviews and 75% 5-star reviews, you might want to avoid that artist because there's something kind of a little bit off there. Okay? Look at their reviews. Look at their reviews. Perfect. Now, this one is definitely non-negotiable. Okay? Even more so than this one or this one. You have to do this. If you hire an artist off Twitter or any sites that aren't similar to Fiverr, right? Because Fiverr is the entity that's the middleman. They'll hold the payment until the artist gets it done and so on and so forth. And then they'll send the money to the artist once they do all the middleman stuff, the delivery and the money. So if you are hiring an artist off Twitter, or any sites that aren't similar to Fiverr, like DeviantArt, Etsy, so on and so forth, do not ever, 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 ever do things in DMs. Don't ever, and I cannot insist this enough. Never do things on Twitter DMs. Never ever do things on Instagram DMs or any of that. The reason for that is if they delete their profile on these different websites, then there's really no true proof that it was them. Okay? Vesa, I'm going to probably slap you for that one. You should know better, Vesa. Okay? You guys have to insist to do things via email. Okay? Always via email. The court system in most states in the United States and in Canada do not consider direct messages as legal contracts. Okay? The vast majority of them do not consider DMs as legal contracts. As such, emails are. Do them in emails. We'll talk about the 100% payment up front. Again, I would love artists to chip in their opinion. Okay. But please, please, please email chat. That's why GF Xbox and scammers love Twitter DMs. Exactly. Doesn't matter if you have a screenshot. Does not matter if you have a screenshot. It is not legally binding. According to the government, look it up for your particular state. But if you send a screenshot DM to PayPal, they're not going to listen to you. They're not going to listen to you. They're going to laugh you off. They're going to just move on. It's not legally binding. That is very important, chat. Okay? Now, the thing is, and this is 100% my opinion, artists, you can agree, disagree. This is what I personally look for. This is what I suggest you guys look for. It's up to you. Okay? And it's up to you on how much you're willing to lose. But payments up front. In my personal opinion, no more than 25 to 50% of the work. Okay? I personally say 25 to 50. The reason why is if the artist decides to scram, and artists, I want you guys to think of it from my side as a client. Please, okay? Before you guys go hate raging, just try to see it from my side, and I'll definitely do my best to see it from your guys' side. No more than 50%. I've had it in the past where artists would run away. I've heard stories of people running away, blah, 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 blah. And you know what, Vesa? Actually, I'll touch up on that because Vesa does bring up a good point. So, like, for example, if it's a $500 commission, I'm not paying the full $500 up front. I will be more than happy to do the 25 to 50%. Right? Artists really, they can do it in a way where they do like the sketch, the initial drawing, and then they could stop there and then ask for the rest, the other 50%. And this is what happens a lot in the construction industry, plumbing, electrical. A lot of contractors that you hire to work on your home, so on and so forth, They'll ask you to pay up to a certain stage. They'll work to that certain stage. You pay them the rest. They continue the work. That's how I see it. You can do it that way. I do 50%, 25 to 50 up front, and then the rest at the end when I've actually received the item. Artists may have good and bad experiences with that. I know me as a consumer, I have had bad experiences where I just didn't receive anything and I paid 100%, or I pay 100% upfront, or sometimes even 150 to 200% because the person was so cheap, but I don't receive it for 4, 5, 6 months, right? And in that 4, 5, 6 months time, what I ordered is no longer useful to me because the thing I needed it for in the time frame that they said that they were going to get it done by, they never got it done. Right? And yes, exactly what Vesta said. There is completely no right or wrong way. Do what you guys feel right. But I highly encourage you guys, find artists that do 25 to 50%, okay? And then pay the rest at the end. Now, the only time that artists, or the only thing that artists are really losing nowadays, unless you're ordering like physical things that comes to your house, but most digital artists, the only thing that they're losing at the end of the day is time. So if you don't pay the other 50%, the only thing that, at least they got paid 50% of their time versus nothing at all, right? So, and this is for artists, what I suggest you guys do, only pay, or sorry, only do 50% of the work. Do the amount of work that you got paid up to. Ask for the other 50 if this is an issue for you guys. Ask for the other 50 midway when you show the client, hey, this is the progress I've made, so on and so forth. The client will pay you the other 50, and then you guys finish it off and deliver it and all that fun stuff, right? That's another way you guys can do it too. Either way works, whatever. The only time I will do 100% upfront is if I'm willing to lose the money. If the artist doesn't deliver. And that is different for literally everybody. Okay? Some people can afford to lose $50. Some people can afford to lose $100. Some people can afford to lose $500. So whatever you feel comfortable range-wise, go for it. Pay 100% of it. If at any time you're not feeling comfortable, you get some knots in your stomach or whatever, you don't. If at any time there's any voices in the back of your head saying, maybe I shouldn't do this, don't do it. Stop. Do not go past go. Do not collect your $200. Just stop. I found in the past, especially artists that demand 100% upfront, if you tell them your concerns, sometimes they're more than willing to work with you. They'll be like, oh, okay, well, that's fair, man. Usually I do 100% because of like bad instances, whatever. You know what, dude, for you, I'll do 80%. I'll do 50%. I'll do 60%, blah, 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 blah. Right? But that's something you can try. But never do 100% unless you're willing to lose the 100%. If it's 5, 10, $8, whatever, that's McDonald's. That's half of a McDonald's. That is a Twitter Blue subscription. Gotta throw that out there. But you guys know what I'm going with that, okay? Now, somebody asked a very good question. How and when to negotiate for the source files as part of the commission. Artists, I would love for your feedback. This is my I'm gonna write to you. Okay. What you know what I'm gonna do? You guys know what I'm gonna do right now? I'll be very, very I'm gonna write an email you guys can't see my hands, air quotes, email to an artist. Starlight, you're going to be the artist. I'm going to write this email too. Obviously, as an example. Hey, Starlight, I love your work and art style. I would love to commission you as as I know your art style would be perfect for my brand. Okay. I see that the art that I am looking at is $100, which is fantastic. I am curious on how much commercial rights are for this piece that I would be getting from you. I would also like to know, and this is very important, chat. Very important. Very important. I would also like to know to what extent the commercial rights go. Length of time before I need to renew. Do I own it forever? Is there things I can or cannot do with said art? Can I resell? Some of these sound like, duh, obviously you're buying commercial rights over it, right? Duh, dummy. No, not duh, dummy. You have to spell it out, because if this has to go to court for whatever reason, you laid it out completely. If an artist says, hey, I never told you that you could put my image on your shirts, judge is like, yeah, that's right, they didn't. At the same time, the judge will probably yell at them and say, your commercial rights didn't say this or that or anything else. They'll probably yell at the artist just as much, but you spell it out for your own sanity, okay? Okay. Next thing you got to do. Next thing, chat. This is so freaking important. Especially if you want this. And every single one of you should get this. In my personal opinion, entirely up to you if you don't. I would also like the original file once this is completed. Is that possible? Now, what you do, chat, is you send this off to the artist. You add a little bit more, you take a little bit away, but this is like the base that you start with. If at any time the replies that they give you is not to your liking, you have one of two things to do. One, you can negotiate, or two, you walk away. I personally like the walk away. Artists, I feel like they would like you to negotiate a little bit. Up to you. They had to explain to me in Discord one day why most artists don't give away the PSD file. I understand some artists not giving away the PSD file. I do get that. But me personally, if I get commercial right, if I buy the art 100% outright, commercial rights, whatever, blah blah blah, I want the PSD. The reason why I want the PSD is if I need to like What if that artist decides to go piffity poof? They just fall off the face of the earth one day. And I need something altered or changed. Maybe because I changed my my logo, maybe I changed my name and I need to change that on the art piece itself. Always good to have the PSD, then recommissioning everything from scratch. Right? So that's why I say you guys get it, because I'll be honest, a lot of you VTubers, I'm not calling out anybody right now, but you guys change your branding more often than Coca-Cola does. There are some of you that have changed your branding 3 times this year. Okay, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Right? There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Change as much as you want. You guys are in the growing phases. Do it. Right? Now is the time before you have like an established audience and so on and so forth. But having those files to update your logos and so on and so forth is a fantastic thing to have. It really is. I can see some people feeling called out right now. I'm not calling out one specifically. Like half of you guys have done it already. So yeah, you guys are like going Iron Mouse levels of like changing your stuff. It's crazy. My God. But hello, Poppy Playtime. But hey, chat, this is my opinion. Okay. Now, what we're going to do now, we covered the before your commission. Let's talk about after. After comms. Artist refuses to send you the art for one reason or another. Okay? There could be a million reasons why that an artist will cancel a commission. You artists will probably know way better than I ever will. And I'm not going to try to fathom reasons or explanations. So I'm mostly talking to the buyers. Artists, you guys can have an insight from a seller's point of view. But what you guys need to do as the people commissioning, okay, if an artist refuses to send you your art for whatever reason, contact, and especially if you guys haven't gone through, well, no, even if you guys have gone through Fiverr, contact the payment agency. Actually, you know what you should do? Talk to the artist. See why. Try to fix it. PayPal, lawyers, the court system, so on and so forth, depending on how much you guys spend, want to see you make an attempt to talk to the artist first, the person you're commissioning from, before you like crank it up a notch. Okay? Sometimes clients are insufferable or their job becomes uncomfortable for various reasons, or you have some creepers or Karens out there will generally be telling, yeah. That's why I say read the TOS, right? Which is going to actually be number 2. So talk to the artist, see why, try to fix it. Read the terms of services. Services. See if you yourself, you the customer, you the client, broke anything in the terms, in the TOS, okay? And in their terms of service, they should, again, me personally, but artists, please, you know what I love more is artists that do this. But in their in the TOS tells you amount of revisions. If you are going way over the amount of revisions and you're pissing them off, then that's definitely, hey, that's a you thing. You screwed this up for yourself, right? You really did. So read the terms of service. read it when you're calmed down. Wait a day or two, calm down, come back to it with a fresh and level head. Maybe get a friend to read over the terms of services if you're still hot-headed or whatever, right? Read it over, see what you did wrong, if anything. If you feel like you didn't do anything wrong at this particular stage, reach out to Fiverr, PayPal, or whatever payment service you used. Okay? You're going to ask for a refund, obviously. Okay? You did reach out. You try to fix things with the artist. Didn't work out. You read the terms of service. You saw you did nothing wrong. Now you got to get your money back. So reach out to Fiverr, PayPal, or whatever payment services you used. Okay? You have to, okay, provide the email, because if you don't give PayPal or Fiverr the email or screenshots of said email or whatever, they're going to ignore you. Okay. Fiverr, not so much, because they have their own email system. They can read through your guys' chats and DMs and logs and so on and so forth. You don't really have to worry about it too much with Fiverr, but PayPal and whatever other third-party payment platforms provide the email. Remember, emails are legally binding. DMs are not legally binding. If you have only DMs, you're gonna be pushing a rock up a hill. You're pretty much screwed. Sorry to say, buddy, you're pretty well screwed. 100% send them the email. Okay, provide the email of what you guys have done, then send screenshots of their service page. So the thing that you bought. So if you're on Fiverr or you were on Twitter and they had like a package thing written out, provide a screenshot of the package. Okay. And that's like more proof, saying this is what I've commissioned the artist for. Here's the payment. Here's the email. You're lining up your ducks into a row. So when you send this stuff over, PayPal or whoever has everything they absolutely need, and they can just deal with it if they need to. Okay. Step 4, wait. Okay. PayPal may vote in your favor. They may not vote in your favor. If they don't vote in your favor, contact your bank or credit card company and dispute it with them. Again, provide them all the proof and screenshots saying PayPal refuted me, blah, 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 blah. That's your last stage right there. After that, you're done. You're screwed. You're not getting anything back at that point. At that stage, if your credit card company, if PayPal and your credit card company don't agree with you, chances are you're really screwed up somewhere in these before commission stages. And you need to go through everything and make sure that you covered your bases and you listen to VTuber Senpai, and you also hit the like and subscribe and notification bell to know when I go live. And you also join his Discord to make sure you get up-to-date streams or notifications of me going live so you can catch streams like this. And yeah. See what I just did there? You guys saw what I did there? You guys got to do that too for your streams, by the way. That's how you get followers. That's how you get subs. That's how you get whatever. Also, what you guys can do, by the way, is join the memberships. It only costs you $1. Yes, that's right, $1. That $1 goes back into the YouTube channel, creating free avatars, assets, and even DMCA-free, copyright-free music for your fellow VTubers and yourself to use on your streams. So, yeah, become a member if you can afford to. It's only $1. It's not Twitch, or not Twitch. It's not Twitter. It doesn't cost you $8. Who's your favorite Muppet? Let me look at the Muppets. I don't know their names off by heart. It's the guy with the spiky hair. Spiky red hair with the big red nose. What's his name? Beaker. Beaker's my favorite Muppet. Mighty Cocktails, thank you so much for joining Class 1A. I appreciate it. But this is, in my opinion, chat, what you guys should do. I did see some artists type some stuff. Yes, some artists will even blacklist you if you go directly to the payment provider to charge back because they will get hit with fees. That's good to know. Yeah, most people can talk to me and negotiate. I've never had a problem with any paying client before. That's really good. Some clients are insufferable or the job becomes uncomfortable for various reasons. You have some creepers or Karens out there. I know I already read this. We generally terminate the contracts for that reasons. Yes, I know there are some Karens out there. About the PSD, I think there is a difference between fully merged plus watermarked PSD and all layers are not merged PSD. We're talking with Vesa, they thought a PSD file is not one. I have no idea, Churros. I have no idea. Buying out full rights is usually more expensive than just buying the copyrights usage. Full ownership is usually very hefty and rare. Fair enough. Fair enough. It also the other thing you guys got to also think about is how long are you actually going to be using these assets for, right? So is this something like, do you know you're going to change this branding in like 6 months? Everything you buy now, is it going to be useless in 6 months? Don't worry about buying full commercial rights then. Or whatever, right? Or not commercial rights. The end all be all one, the big mama one, right? Where you own like everything for. But if it's something you plan on using for the next, I don't know, 5, 6 years, 2 years, 1 year, I would definitely buy, the maximum amount. Thorn ordered a bunch of assets for Thorntail and 2 weeks later, becoming scale. There you go. There you go. Churros is saying that some people see PSD file ownership, meaning you have the full edit control. Some people see it as only a flattened file with a watermark layer or background you could turn on and off. Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah. I would, You know what I would like? No, it'd be too many channels. There would be way too many channels in the Discord if I started doing that again. What I was thinking is like, I would like to get like, maybe, you know what? We could put it in VTubing FAQ. That's exactly where we can put it, in VTubing FAQ. Maybe a couple of artists, if you guys wouldn't mind, if I would like to see, again, if you artists don't mind, and you guys can maybe work together or whatever, I would like to see your guys' version of a buying guide. So what I did here, what you guys would prefer to see from a client, the amount that they should pay, so on and so forth. And I would like to post that on VTubing FAQ, because that is a question that people do ask quite a bit in the Discord. And I would love to see an artist breakdown from like literally, well, not literally, but basically from the horse's mouth. So, yeah, Starlight, if you want to work with like some other people in the chat right now, that'd be like super fantastic. Or if you want to take the project 100% on yourself, and entirely up to you. But I would love to have that. Or a fox's mouth, yeah. Or a fox's mouth. But it gives us something, and then I can link, from a customer's point of view of what a customer should look for, from an artist or whatever. So it's a good way to And it's a good way not only for people commissioning, but for new artists as well, to have an idea of what they should charge, what they should do or not do, and so on. But yeah, that's my TED Talk. Thank you guys for sitting through that very scuffed portion of the stream. I do appreciate it. Though most of my streams are scuffed, so nothing really new there. Not bad for somebody that like literally like hopped onto his computer 5 minutes before stream. Yes, thank you, Thorn. Bet you can do. I just talked to people who have commissioned me, check my social medias, and see if they have commissioned or posted streams of their work. They usually stream my comms live. That's cool. I'm really fascinated. Like I watch a lot of Starlight doing commissions live. I've been watching a lot of Sapphire as well, doing her commissions live. I love it. I love watching that kind of thing. I find it very entertaining. Just seeing your guys' creative process, what you do, what you don't do. Wednesday stream, I literally caught myself talking like Starlight, explaining everything that they do. I was like, what the hell? Why am I doing this? I would love to put my input on the artist POV. Okay, so yeah, Tenshi, Starlight, anybody, you know, like contact each other. Put something together, send it to me. We'll add it in. I'm working on my TOS. Afraid I won't fully understand what I'm doing. Well, that's kind of why I would like to have this kind of like TOS thing, so you guys like know what you should and shouldn't have in them. Because I could be 100% wrong, but just like for VTubers that don't know where to start, I feel like there isn't a lot of places for artists to figure out where to start as well. So if I can help artists that do VTubing assets or non-VTubing assets or whatever, the better. I personally feel. Okay, I guess I can close my whiteboard software. My very expensive whiteboard software that costs the school so much money. Usually Starlight's TOS is a pro example. I checked random artists and not as detailed as the Celeste Fox. Yeah, that's one. I think that comes from experience though too, right? There's a lot of new artists that aren't covering themselves, and there's a lot of new artists that cover themselves way too well. Like their TOS is worse than some tax forms on how much they're going to screw you over. Like there, so again, like this is going to be a hot topic, and I know there are VTubers that 100% disagree with me, and I know there's artist VTubers that 100% disagree with me. But I'm gonna say it anyway. Oh God. I avoid any and every artist, and no offense if you guys do this, this is my personal thing, that wants a cut of the sale of like pieces forever. Like there are some like for example, there are some very popular 2D VTubers that made the model, right? But any artwork that's based off the model or whatever, they get a 20 to 50% cut. for the length of the use of that model being used. Yeah, it does exist. And I find that absolutely crazy because they pay. So the VTuber pays the artist for the model, right? The VTuber pays for the model. The VTuber pays for the commercial rights. And the VTuber still has to pay commissions to the artist. Pretty freaking nuts. Like, my God. Project Melody's model creator tried to pull that on her, and she actually took them to court and squished them. Yeah. Royalties. Yes, thank you. That's what I meant. Royalties, not commissions. Royalties. Like, that's insane. I don't want to pay royalties on my model forever. Are you nuts? Hell no. Especially if I paid you commercial, and that's why I say, you know, for you guys, like, lay it all out in your initial email or add different emails as you go. But yeah, royalty fees on any and every merch that's based off that model. Pretty nuts. Pretty nuts. And one of them was 50%. And and there's big VTubers that commission them too. And I just completely lost it. I'm like, are they crazy? I'm sure there's like a better deal going on behind the scenes, I'm sure. But god damn. But maybe that's standard at that level. I don't know. I'm not at that level quite yet. I don't think I ever want to be paying like $4,000 for a model. Melody's modeler only started that racket when she started blowing up on not Twitch. Yeah. I think a popular VTuber spent $60K on a new model. I heard that. Honestly, I'll be 1,000,000% honest with you guys. If I didn't have a VTubing education channel, I would not hesitate spending more than $1,000 on a model, reinvesting every single dime YouTube and Twitch makes and buying like a very expensive model. I wouldn't hesitate one bit. But because like I mentioned on my Hot One stream, for the people that weren't there, I'll explain it again. The reason why I go for cheap models is for two reasons. One, to show you guys that you could build a brand and a community with a cheap model, that it is definitely doable, and you don't have to do it with expensive, like the vast majority of people say that you have to, especially on Twitter, right? And the second reason is every dime and dollar that I get, I rather invest that back into the community one way or another. Again, whether that's me buying more music, which is going to like ramp up a lot next year, or me buying assets, or me buying like backgrounds or whatever, right? Right now, I'm saving a lot of it because I want to do like bigger projects. But like I also want to do like a webcam giveaway, because I noticed there's a lot of VTubers that lately have been asking, you know, hey, can I use my iPhone as a webcam? I can't afford a webcam. So I kind of wanted to like do a webcam giveaway. So like I'm trying to like give back to every VTuber out there, no matter how big or how small. I don't get when people go off on people when buying a really expensive model, when there's their money, and if they're having fun, it's not actually hurting anyone. Okay. We're going to dissect that real quick. There is a reason. So there is a reason, and I agree with you. So let's talk about this particular sentence right here. I'm not calling you out or anything. Please don't take this any negative way. I 100% agree with this. I 100% agree with this, but I also 100% disagree with this. The reason why I 100% agree and disagree, let's do the disagree, because we can already establish that I agree with this. The reason why I disagree is it's their first model, first stream, first time doing any kind of content. That is why I disagree. Okay. There is so many large streamers. You guys can find hundreds of videos on YouTube of streamers saying, don't buy anything expensive when you first start. I followed a lot of different people. I saw them spending a lot of money. They think they spend all this money, they spend all this money thinking that they're going to get views. That their very first streams are going to be 50 viewers. They're going to get their money back within a month or two. That doesn't happen. Right? I've seen people commission big boba VTuber models as a male and female person behind the screen, thinking that is the way they're going to get success. 100% not true. I see so many big boba VTubers out there that have no fandom, and the fandom that they do have are just horny people. Or, I can't say the H word, corny people. That's what I said before, chat. Corny, not the H one, right? But expensive models literally get you nowhere. Unless you know how to use it, how to garner an audience, how to keep them entertained, and so on and so forth. The only other problem that I have with people having or spending money on expensive models, and yes, again, it is their money, but they go into debt. So there was one guy, can I find it really quick? There was one guy on Twitter I found. I'm going to see if I can find it really quick again. It was about a year ago. Insisted that you have to spend a lot of money on a model, and he went into debt with it. He said, I literally cannot afford my rent. I can't even afford groceries. But the only way I'm going to succeed is by getting an expensive model. Right? I can't find it right now. Yeah, I can't find it right now. If I find it, I'll link it to you guys next stream. But yeah, like the person literally went into debt. Literally couldn't pay rent. They couldn't afford for this to not work. And guess what? It didn't work. For me, I put about 2K, but I'm not expecting to make that back from streaming. For me, I really don't need the money from streaming. I'm living relatively comfortable and have enough to treat myself. And if that's the case, and you are not going to bat an eye, perfect. Then you are definitely the exception to the rule. But there's too many people that can't afford it. Right? They think they need Iron Mouse quality for their very first time. That's just not the case. So this model was less than $100, the one I'm using right now. And the model before this was less than $100. And I built over a 10K plus subscriber YouTube channel, 1.6K Twitch channel. And I don't even stream on Twitch that often. that puts things into perspective, right? You do not have to have the expensive gear, the expensive webcams, the expensive iPhone, right? That's another thing I hear a lot of people saying is that you got to have like face rig, you got to have an expensive iPhone, you got to make sure you have VTube Studio paid on your iPhone or iFacial mocap. It's like, no, dog, you don't need any of that. Just get a cheap Logitech C920, C922, 15 to 30 FPS, higher the FPS, a little bit better, not by much though. And you're totally A-okay. You have to like build up the skills first. Yeah, Iron Mouse used a freebie when she first started. People tend to forget Iron Mouse has been working pretty damn hard for multiple years. She's one of the OG VTubers back in the day before the VTubers was called in the West. Yeah, actually, you guys, let's pull that up real quick. Twitch metrics. We need to put this into perspective. A lot of people don't understand on how long Iron Mouse was streaming or before she saw success. So this is where Iron Mouse started. August 2018. This is as far back as it goes because it doesn't track underneath a certain amount of viewership. So this is not her start date, but this is when the website started tracking her. But she had 12 concurrent viewers, August 2018, with a free VTubing model. Right? 29 followers in the entire month. 6.6 hours streamed. Month after that, 10 concurrent viewers, 34 followers. Right? Nine average viewers. 9 average. 5 average in December 2018. 5 average viewers. 7 average viewers. 14, 13, 22, 18. Now you start seeing the popularity going up a little bit. Right? Just a tad. And chat, you I'm sorry. I'm a conspiracy theorist on this one. I really, really am. I only really, truly think VTubers blew up because of COVID. I truly, strongly believe that's the only reason why they blew up. Because December 2020, she goes from 28 to 37, 46, 403. 46 average viewers? And then lockdown happens in March, or at least here in Canada, and then 403. And then after 403, 1,040. And then 1,484. 1,616. 2,135. Right? 2,911. And it goes up and 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 up. Right? A lot of the VTubers, the OGs, really started here in the start of COVID. What's another VTuber that's been around? Well, a lot of streaming, yeah, a lot of streaming shot up as well, but VTubers in particular saw a higher uptrend than most because they were super unique. There was hardly any on the platform. Girl DM. Okay, yeah. Let's do her. Not do her, but like, you know what I mean. Can you just view her, please? Thank you. All time. So, February 2020, she had 41 average viewers. Or sorry, 16 average concurrents. Again, from when the website started to track her. Okay. The 19, 28 in May, 53, then 133, 251. Again, we're seeing an upward trend. 344, 292, 247, 262. A little bit downwards, and then we see upward trend again. Massive numbers. Right? We see the numbers just go up. What's another one? What's another person we could look at? I think a lot of Girl DM success as well. Not just the timing of COVID, but Girl DM put in a fuck ton of work. She, like, on her TikTok, she did so many TikToks that really, like, propelled her. And she did it in a time where there was hardly anybody. I don't know if Argama would have the same. Maybe, though. The problem with education is the education niche doesn't really get a lot of... I'll be flat out honest with you guys. Educators don't get a lot of views. Right? I will probably never crack 500 average viewers. Like, ever. A lot of the time, people come to educational VTubers for information. They'll get whatever information they need, and then they'll leave. But there was a huge influx in June, May and June. January, February, she started going up quite a bit in 2020. But yeah, you see the interest of people wanting to become VTubers right here. But you're starting to see a decline as well. And there is a huge decline in the interest of VTubing right now. Massive decline. My particular YouTube channel has taken a hit because of the decline. Without educators, this stuff would have been big time gate kept. Well, fun fact, children. When I wanted to become a VTuber, there was like 2 people that had tutorials on how to like do the basic things. If you wanted to, like, back in 2019, when I was actually interested in VTubing, oh my God. Did I start VTubing in 2019? Wait, when did I start this? Wait, when was my first VTubing? I'm a little bit concerned right now. Wait. Wait a minute. When did I start this? No, the YouTube channel was in 2020. But when did I start becoming a VTuber? Because I was a VTuber before I did the education. I wonder if I can find it on my Twitch. Oh, no, wait, I deleted all my Twitch clips. I deleted all my Twitch clips, didn't I? Yeah, I think I did. Crap. Because I initially looked into VTubing and I couldn't find anything. Like, information was so scarce. Everybody, like, safeguarded the software they use, the people they commission, and everything. You couldn't find anything if you wanted to. Kira started roughly the same time I did. Senzawa? This is why I defend education to my virtual death. Yeah. Sadly, I'm pretty much the last VTuber educator out there. Everybody else is kind of like switching to other things. Because like I said, VTubing education literally just gets you nothing. Reviews and whatnot. Did I not do all time? All right, Kitsu, have a good time. I'm going to experiment with some niches and hopefully find something that sticks. Definitely do that. But yeah, look at this. Average viewers 425 playing Dead by Daylight. Zoom, 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 zoom. Quite a bit. Quite a bit. Cabal? I wonder when Cabal. I don't know when he started though. I think Cabal. I thought he got mostly popular because False really showed him off. I could be wrong though. I don't know much about Cabal to truly know. I truly don't know. But yeah, again, there's an upward. Well, not so much with the viewers. The viewers are kind of like starting to level out here, which is kind of normal. Yeah, the average viewers kind of leveled out. You can see where the days that he got rated and whatnot, but yeah, it's pretty much leveled. But there is an upwards trend, right? July 2021. VR chat was hot in 2018. So there was definitely you know what? Let's take a look at just like a random streamer. Summit 1G. Summit 1G is one of my favorite streamers. If you guys have not checked out Summit 1G, you really should. He's like great in the GTA RP. I wonder if this will show us if streamers really had like a giant spike or not in that time. Not really. 2016, Summit had an average of 20K. There was a massive spike. I think that's when he was doing a subathon, probably. But it's pretty much standard for somebody like that. Yeah. Yeah, his numbers are pretty standard. Corpse? Husband? Which one is Corpse? I don't know. The second? All time? Corpse just doesn't stream on Twitch. Yeah, Corpse doesn't stream. Like, at all. Like, at all. Nothing. Like, 2021. Yeah, September 2021 was his last stream. Unless this is not, like, the actual Corpse. Maybe is this a different one? No. No. Yeah, I don't know. Which makes sense, though, because Corpse is mostly a YouTuber. So it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense for Corpse to, like, really stream. What's another person? What's another VTuber chat? Oh my god. Do we have any VTubers in the top, like, 50? I don't know if that person's a VTuber. I don't think they are. I would see it. Really, Shroud's number 50 now. Okay, that's interesting. Miskiv really fell. My god. Soda Poppin'. Shy Lily? Okay, let's check out Shy Lily. all time. Oh my god, what the hell? So, lots of hour streams, 30 concurrent viewers, 20. So, this goes back all the way to 2016. Chat, look at this. Seriously, look at this. Look at the dedications Shy Lily had. Honestly, look at this. Concurrent viewers 24, 17, 14, 10, 8, 12, right? Shy Lily for years was just like you guys and me. Look on how, look at that. For years, years and years. So they really didn't pick up until November 2020. Yeah, no. Shy Lily may have been a flesh tuber, but the thing is, she decided to spend years and years and years not giving up, not stopping, right? And then found something that worked, something that she enjoyed. And because she didn't quit, imagine if she quit completely in October of 2020 at 8 viewers. Imagine if she stopped then, October 2020. Like, it's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. A month after, she started like picking up, like doubling almost every time. And now look at her. Yeah, it's experience. It's definitely experience. Because all these years taught her what to do, what not to do. And like, she's had some months, negative 20 followers, negative 1 follower. She's had months where she had negative 19 followers, negative 38 in September 2020. She was losing followers and just stayed dedicated. Right? I've told you guys how long I've been doing this for a long time. And then I found something that I enjoyed, and then here I am today. Right? 10,000 plus subs on YouTube. Good portion of you watching. Like, crazy. But that's enough looking at VTubers for today. Because holy crap, it's 7:10. We've been going for a while. How long has this stream been? We've been streaming for over 2 hours? Sure has not felt like that. God damn. Yeah, we had some good topics tonight. So, chat, we're going to call it there then. Thank you all so much for coming by, having these great discussions and topics with me. I really do appreciate it. Giving me your guys' point of views and insights. And I'm glad we can have a civil conversation in this community. Again, if you guys have not already, please consider smashing that subscribe button, hitting the notification bell, sharing this YouTube channel to any new streamers that are new VTubers that you may have come across, especially on Twitter. Spread the word of Senpai. Let's get as many people in this community as possible. The only way I can grow is through viewers like you. Again, please consider joining the Discord. We have an amazing community. If you aren't in there already, consider joining. I will see everybody Monday. Yes, Monday. And have an amazing weekend. I love you all. And, well, I'll catch you all on the next one. Goodbye, everybody. Have a great weekend.